Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Matt Horn
is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
A rural area of Northern California is the center of the state's new green rush.
California will soon oversee the largest legal weed market in the world.
The nursery's where the real work is. The younger they are, then the more you have to nurture.
You're gonna be such a good dad.
Your probation officer, your boss, the whole world sees you as a criminal. So you might as well just be one.
Matt, where the hell are you? It's Mike Foy. Just calling to talk about my new movie, Green Rush, man. Been waiting. Come on. Ain't got all day.
On the line, we have Mike Foy talking to us from... Where are you talking to us from, Mike?
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Are you in lockdown?
I am in lockdown. It sucks right now.
Obviously, we're talking about COVID-19, which is the... Well, what can we say about it, Mike?
It is a very strange time in history. I did not expect this couple months into 2020. Here I am thinking it's going to be the year, and then now the whole world's on lockdown. Who could have predicted that? Like, this is wild times. People with face masks outside crossing the street when they see you. It's crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, this is sort of conjured up stuff like self-isolation and social distancing. What's that been like for you?
I mean, I'm home a lot anyway, being an actor. It sucks not being as active much. Like, the gyms are closed, and they closed down all the public places, like hiking spots, because a lot of people started going there. And it's been a little stir-crazy. Kind of ready to get back to resuming life and get stuff going again.
Have you stocked up?
I have a little bit, not too much, because every time I go to the grocery store, there's nothing on the shelves. Everything that I normally buy, they're just like empty shelves. People are buying like there's no tomorrow. I don't know if they're doing it over there, but everybody's buying up all the toilet paper. Getting toilet paper is like gold right now. It's like the gold rush for toilet paper.
Oh, is it the green rush?
The green rush, yeah.
There's plenty here.
Yeah, so they're not going crazy over there.
They did to start off with, but now it's 2 per customer.
That's good. It is 2 per customer here now too, but still empty. Gotta wait in line now at the grocery store. It's an odd feeling.
Yeah, you're staying 2 meters away from people, Mike.
Yeah, 6 feet away, that's the rule here, so trying to keep my distance. Some people try to get a little close. I'm not paranoid about it like a lot of people are. Kind of don't want to live in fear because there's so many mixed cases out there, but I know people are dying, so I don't really want to take any chances.
Yeah. Well, the reason why we've got you here is regarding Green Rush.
Yes, 2 more days, Green Rush will be released.
I've had somebody else in the cast from Green Rush, and the first thing they mentioned was the fact that it was being released on Redbox on Tuesday.
Yes, Redbox and On Demand. We're getting those released, and then there's also a DVD release as well. I think the DVD is actually coming out a week later.
Well, it says here that it's based on the shocking true story.
Yes, happened in real life about 4 years ago. The guy I'm playing, the lead character, Rob, he is a friend of the director, and I spent a lot of time with him on set. So this true story happened to him. He had this weed farm, and one of his trimmers turned on him and set him up, and these guys came and tried to rob him and hold him hostage. Turns out to be this fight for survival, and he had his girl on the property with him. And my buddy pitched me the idea, and he was like, man, this would be a great film. And we actually filmed on one of his weed farms.
I suppose, as an actor, was it difficult for you to portray somebody who's right in front of you?
I always thought it might be, but they didn't want me to play it like him per se, so I didn't have to really like embody him with the voice and the look and everything, because he looks completely opposite of me. He's got a buzz head, blonde, shorter guy, more disheveled looking, really nice guy. But my buddy was like, I want you to have like nuances of him, a bit of an influence. So he was telling me his story and making sure I knew everything about the weed plants and I knew what I was talking about. it's good to have him there just to finesse the character a little more, even though it was more loosely based on him.
There's a wonderful shot of you with gaffer tape on.
Oh yeah, that was fun. It was 3 days of that.
Did they take it off after the first day, or just say, no, leave it on?
It wasn't in the scene for too long. It was just like part of the scene where they got me hostage and they put it over my mouth because I'm the one in charge and they're trying to take advantage of everybody and get what they need, trying to find the safe and get the money. And we had one take, actually, one of the actors, he put it on me wrong. All he had to do was put it on my face, and he took the prosthetic off of my nose where the cut was, so we had to reset. It took like 30 minutes to get it redone, and we were on a tight schedule, so it was a crazy shoot.
What was it like working with the cast and crew on sets?
It was one of the best experiences. Most of them were my friends. Most of the actors and the producers and the director, we've all been friends for about 5-6 years. We met through a good friend of mine, Uriah Faber, UFC legend, and we were all trying to get another movie made for like years. They wanted to get a bigger budget, and then I did this other film, The Diggers, for like $35,000. The director loved it, and he was like, "I'm gonna make the first one starring you. I loved you in that movie," and he created this, and it was so much more gratifying because we created this from inception with my friends who like this amazing talent, and a lot of us aren't getting shots, and we just all came together and created this awesome film that I'm really proud of. I've done a lot of bad indie movies, but it hasn't been my fault. So to actually be involved from the ground up from something for once and just make it with a bunch of hungry, talented people that just work their ass off every day for 13 hours straight was amazing.
Are there any sort of funny anecdotes you can share about the production of the film?
Funny anecdotes? Oh, we were always cracking jokes on set. I'm trying to think of a really funny story. It was like a serious film, but I was trying to keep it light for everybody because they're working these long days in the heat and everything. That's a tough one. I think everybody was mad when we did the tape scene when he took it off. During that scene, it was like some improv the director wanted me to do, and I wasn't trying to be funny, but you'll see it in the film because he actually kept it in the film because it made a little lighthearted moment in it. There's this crazy scene where the bad guy, he's kind of getting really close and overtly sexual with my girl in the film, and he's putting his finger in his mouth, and I'm like, what the hell? I told you to convince him, not suck him off. And everybody started busting out laughing, messed up the take, so we had to film it a couple times.
Well, Mike, we have to obviously alert the listener to the fact that we have actually met.
We have. 10 years ago, you interviewed me when I was on, I believe I was fresh off CSI New York, a long time ago.
I believe we were talking about Ghetto Physics.
We were, yes. That was a film I had come out at the time. It never actually got like a wide release anywhere. It just kind of didn't do anything.
So obviously we can use the time machine, as it were, to go back 10 years. I've got a time machine now.
That's awesome. I love time travel.
Yeah. Okay, just setting the time machine for 2010. Or was it 2009?
I think the documentary's come out, I think it was about 4 days ago, I think it is. It's probably one of the longest titles I've ever heard, but Ghetto Physics, will the real pimps and hoes please stand up?
Yeah, it came out Friday, hit theaters.
What would you say the message behind the documentary is?
It's called like a docudrama. It's like part film, part documentary from the makers of What the Bleep Do We Know. It talks about like the pimp and the hoe, how the hoe works, makes all this money, and the pimp, he basically makes all the money while the hoe does the work. So it's kind of telling you how these corporations are pimping you out where you're doing all the work and the CEO makes all the money. So it kind of gives you like a thought process, compares it to the pimp and the hoe.
So obviously, with that in mind, what made you want to get into acting in the first place?
I've always loved the arts. The main reason for me, I had such a really bad, rough childhood growing up, and film was my escape, like going to the movies and just getting lost in a story for 2 hours and forget about all my problems at home. I always wanted to have that feeling, to actually live it, to give other people that feeling going to the theater, because I loved it so much and how it changed my life personally and just kept me going and inspired me so much. My eyes lit up every time I saw people on the big screen, basically playing make-believe, just having fun like a big playground, and just to finally be able to do that is the whole reason why I wanted to get into this in the first place.
Well, obviously, much has changed for you, for me, in the last 10 years. Obviously, you gave a wonderful answer last interview about what advice you would give to people wanting to get into the industry. Have you had any additional thoughts?
I don't know if there's a best way, because it's different for other people. Some people get lucky. For me, the best advice I would always give people is just never give up. If you want something bad enough, never let anybody tell you you're not good enough. Only you could tell yourself you're not good enough. You just got to keep pushing. 10 years ago, I was doing really small roles, bit parts, wasn't getting big stuff, and I started creating my own stuff, getting stuff made with my friends. So now my career is finally going in a direction I wanted it to go. I didn't want to settle for these small parts. So if you got a dream, you got to hold on to it. Don't let anybody take it from you. Just keep working hard, put your head down, be good to people on set, keep chipping away, and eventually stuff's going to happen. You just got to keep that hope alive. Can't get discouraged, because it gets tough sometimes. It's not easy.
We should obviously mention, I know obviously, but we should mention that you are actually in fact a rapper.
I am still making music.
Under the name Scripture.
Yes. My last project I put out was maybe 6-7 years ago. So in time for the release, next week I'm going to put out a new single as well called On the Road Again. I'm trying to get ready for a new album, so I'll probably have that done by the end of summertime. I'm just feeling inspired again. This quarantine's going on, so I don't have much to do. And that was my first love, was the music, so just kind of getting back into that and stocking up for soundtrack work and all that would be nice. Maybe get some more placements soon.
Do you think you'll do a song about self-isolation?
Every song might pretty much be self-isolation at this point. Getting a little kind of crazy over here.
Who would you say your influences are in terms of rapping?
Nas has always been a big influence. Eminem, Jay-Z, Talib Kweli. I like storyteller rappers. Rappers just kind of like speak their truths.
Do you think there's such a thing as a universal truth?
I wouldn't say universal, because different stuff works for other people. Like what my truth is might be different for another person, but only way I could speak is just what I know, what I've been through, and that's my truth. So hopefully people can relate to it and get inspired by it, or they could take a piece of it and just keep them going without their day or get excited.
Well, obviously you've been in a number of different projects. Yeah. Which actors and actresses have been your favourites to work with and why? And who would you like to work with in the future?
Christian Slater, as far as name actors that I've worked with, was one of my favorite to work with. Green Rush, Paul Telfer, he played the bad guy in Green Rush. He was actually one of my favorite to work with. We're really good friends and just going at it on set. He actually spent a lot of time in London as well. As far as actors that I really want to work with, Robert Downey Jr. is high on my list. Will Smith. I met Will Smith a few years ago. I told him we're going to star in a movie together one day. And he was like, I hope so. I was like, remember this face, because I'm going to be a co-star one day. Leonardo DiCaprio and Christian Bale is one of my favorite actors. I want to do a movie with him so bad.
Films like 8 Mile spring to mind. Obviously, Eminem did a film regarding his life story. Would you ever consider doing that, like a biopic rapping film?
I was thinking about it. I actually had an idea similar to that. I was just kind of think like how people always perceive hip-hop to be a young man's game. And I was like, what if you had a movie kind of like where rappers finally gets it going, like in his late 30s, 40s, just finally gets that big break? What would that look like? It came to mind when I was watching that movie with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. I forget the name of it.
Star is Born.
Star is Born. I was just like, what would that look like if that was a rapper at that age getting their big break? I feel like that would be an awesome story that might need to be told. So I'm kind of playing around with the idea.
So you're not thinking about potentially casting Sir Michael Caine as a rapper?
Yeah, it'd be great. Like, you know, just rolling in on the wheelchair, finally getting it in.
Well, I meant more in the sort of the like 60s, 70s kind of age.
Oh, I wouldn't say that age. I'd say more my age, because obviously hip hop's more of a younger genre, and then now it's just completely went left field with the sound and everything, with the auto tune and all this. So I'm kind of like a senior citizen of the rap game at this point right now, which is crazy to think of, because these young kids, it's all about the and all that. I feel like that would be a really interesting take with that culture, what it looks like today. And you seeing somebody finally get that dream of maybe winning a Grammy or just on that big stage, and been working for so long to get there. Like I said, like the never give up attitude, but not like 8 Mile, where you just see him just kind of get a break with the battling rapping, but you just finally get an actual big break as an artist, and you just see what that looks like from the hip hop standpoint. It would be really interesting.
What are your thoughts, and this is a dangerous question, what are your thoughts on sort of the hip hop game as it is now?
As it is now, it's so bad. There's a few artists that I like, but I can't listen, because all these kids, to me, they sound the same. Drake, I like him, some of his stuff. I just hate how everybody uses auto-tune now, and it's not real music. There's a few artists here and there, like your Kendrick Lamar's. A few rappers over in London I really like. Tiny Tempa, he's got a different style, kind of new age. And that other guy does that Vossi Bop song, I forget his name, from London. Stormzy's pretty nice. He's kind of growing his star a little bit. A friend turned me on to him. I was like, I like this guy. He's got an interesting sound.
Well, are there any sort of acting roles that you haven't done yet that you would like to do?
My dream role is to do some Jason Bourne type stuff, just to kind of go all out, just assassin, spy kind of stuff. That, and I really want to do a film like Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That's one of my favorite films with Ben Stiller. I love those type of films. That movie inspired me to start traveling, so I really want to do some stuff like that. Those are the top 2 kind of roles on my list.
Because you have been travelling quite a bit, haven't you, recently? I've seen on your Instagram.
Last 6 years now, I just finally started living life more. Couldn't make it about the acting all the time, so every year I spent a month out of the country at the end of the year for my birthday, Christmas, New Year's. In the last couple of years, I started traveling throughout the year. I got Peru booked for July, so hopefully this COVID stuff is over by then. And then I got Ecuador booked for October. I was going to take my dad for his birthday, and maybe Brazil in December, because flights are so cheap right now.
Well, I'm going to give you a 1-minute plug, Mike, a 1-minute plug to plug Green Rush and anything else you've got coming up.
Okay, so I got Green Rush coming out April 14th on demand, DVD, wherever you get your stuff. It's going to be an amazing film, nice, wild, action-packed thriller. Also this fall, I have another film coming out with Bruce Dern, Stephen Lang. That will be out sometime this fall. I have a really amazing role in there, polar opposite of Green Rush, playing this dealer for the cartel. I have a gold grill, shaved head. It's awesome. I look crazy. And I'm a psychopath. Also, I have my new single coming out, On the Road Again. That'll be out next week as well, worldwide.
How do people find you on Instagram?
You can find me on Instagram at The Real Mike Foy, F-O-Y. That's how you spell the last name. That's what I'm most active on. I'm also on Facebook under Mike Foy, so add me on either one, whichever you feel. Drop me a line if you like the stuff, and I will reply back.
Well, Mike, it's been a pleasure to let you come back after 10 years.
Thanks, Matt. It's been awesome. See the progression of both of us.
I think you've progressed more than I have, somehow.
I'll probably be in England soon, too, so I'll drop you a line.
Wonderful. Thanks very much for your time, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.